Hey, what's up, guys? Fuck, you know what fucking time it is. It's time for Validation Boy's motherfucking live stream again. Yeah, Monday night we had a little, I was feeling extra dark that night. I was about to go into a real dark place on Monday night when I started that fucking show. So instead of subjecting you guys to that, then I'm just gonna subject you all to it now, but not quite so bad. So what happened was, I was thinking about some really fucked up shit that day, and instead of bringing everybody down, getting everybody to this dark place, I decided that it would have been so extreme that I should just enjoy a little bit of my life. I should just enjoy it a little bit and fucking play some music, some 80s throwback, some Let It Whip, some I Got a Crush on You by the Jets, some Let's Get Physical by Olivia Newton-John. Shit, who gives a fuck? That's how the big boys play. I love music, and that music has some real good fucking elements in it. And any other musicians out there will know. They'll know. Those are good fucking songs. Those are high quality fucking productions, regardless of the cheesiness of them. Sometimes the best music is the fucking cheesiest. I got a fucking playlist started on my channel now called VB Radio for anyone who's fucking interested. And it's nothing but my some of my fucking favorite artifacts from pop culture history, including a fucking Justin fucking Bieber song even, even a Justin Bieber song is on that fucking list. I got, Silver Spoons theme, Magnum PI theme, you name it. Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. That's right. I got all that shit up in there. So, okay, let's run through that fucking top 5. You guys are the best of the best. Okay, I really appreciate every one of you people for being in here. We got a brand new we got a brand new entrant in the top 5 today. We got 2 new ones, I think. I'm pretty sure 2 brand new participants making that top 5 today. One's female, one I'm not sure because we don't know the identity of the person, male or female, because they've never shown their face, but I'm pretty sure it's a female. But either way, in at number 1, 10-time Validation Boy livestream guest, Vlad, Flat Still Earth. Check out the channel, guys. Check out the channel. He has a couple of important messages, his last couple of videos. Very important messages. And, well, the last one makes a lot of sense. There's a grim reality out here, in Flat Earth. And there's people that, there's a lot of fucking egos, There is. But, just check out Vlad's video. It's well worth the time. You guys will get a little insight into some of the feelings that go into content production for flat earth proponents. Okay? And in at number 2. So nice. I gotta say it twice. Schlumminger. In at number 2. In at number 3. One of my greatest guests of all time. One of the most important people in this entire community, as far as I'm concerned. One of the most badass dudes on the planet. Happens to live in the state of Ohio. It is They Lie, Ohio. Check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel. It is a must. You want real content? You want to see what it's like to be a real man? Check out They Lie, Ohio's channel. You might learn a couple fucking things. In at number 4. Not sure. I could be wrong about this, but could be a female. Not sure. Prevarication detector. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you. You've joined us before, but you've never broken the top 5. Now you're in at number 4. And for the first time, breaking the top 5 entrance into Validation Boy livestream chat, the one and only Patricia Steer of Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. And today, I put out an ad for this video for this show that's going on right now. And Muscle Car Cock Lover immediately jumped all over it. Okay? What did he say? He said, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. I hate Patricia Steer. By the way, go check out Stargods' video. He talks about you. Interesting. Very fucking interesting. Why is Muscle Car Cock Lover all over Stargods' saggy sack? Why? Exactly. Why are they cross-promoting one another? Interesting. They seem to be hand in fucking hand. Or maybe hand in, well, I'm not sure. So I check out fucking Stargods video. You know, I used to watch some of his videos. Some of his shit was pretty good back in the day, you know, and some of his shit still is pretty decent, you know, when he gets on, you know, other subjects and stuff. But he has this weird fetish, this weird psychotic, really like laying on that rape sauce, that rapey sauce, real fucking thick obsession for fucking Patricia Steer, okay? He's got this weird obsession, okay? And he thinks she's gorgeous and beautiful, and instead, like a 5-year-old on a playground, says the exact opposite of what he's really thinking constantly. Almost pretty much every single video he's made over the last, year and a half has talked about Patricia Steer because it's a sexual obsession. And he's in denial of the fact that he is completely enthralled with Patricia Steer. He's so jealous of her. He's so jealous of her success. He's so jealous of her health, of her mental, stability, her ability to cope and adapt to, some of the most insane fucking hatred I've ever seen anybody get as a YouTube content producer. Okay, he's obsessed. Okay, I don't want to go too much more into that, but it's really upsetting. I don't like to talk about the ladies of flat Earth in those kinds of terms. I don't like to equate sexuality and shit with the females here, because this is about spiritual awakening. Okay, that reminds me what I saw earlier today. Charlotte was in Isa Mahalski's video live stream. Isa Mahalski did a fucking amazing fucking live stream today, guys. I'm gonna link it in the description box of this video. He really laid the fucking smackdown on the Globers' candy fucking asses. He laid that smack down. Okay, and he was on fucking fire. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking fire. Okay, Isa Mahal just shredding these motherfuckers, shredding their fucking faces off. He was like in the end of that movie, fucking what's it called? The one with fucking Christian Bale. Yeah, same guy who played Patrick Bateman. Fucking, it's called starts with an E. What's that fucking movie called? It's not Equinox. It's fucking. Oh well. Anyways, in the end of the movie, he fucking takes the sword, just fucking slices the dude's face off, just like that. Spoiler alert, by the way. Fuck you. And okay, so that's the top 5. That's the top 5. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, turns out De La Ohio recently got his first electric guitar after decades of only playing an acoustic. Decades of only playing an acoustic. Got his first electric, and commented on one of my videos. I think it was my last live stream that I deleted. Said, got my fucking electric. Said, I bet that action is like crazy for you. He said, yep. He's probably just flying around that thing. He's just soaring over that fucking thing. That's what happens. The electric guitar, the action, or the action is this. It's the amount of closeness between the strings and the fretboard. So the higher up the strings are, the more tension there is, the more difficult it is to play. Acoustic guitars have very high tension. Electric guitars typically have very low tension, very low action. It's kind of necessary, because if you're amplifying with electric amplification or whatever, a larger space will cause big overtones, and you don't want that going through. You want a very clean, clear signal. And there's pickups. There's pickups down in the body of the guitar, and they're like, electromagnetic or whatever the fuck they are. The vibrations of the electric guitar metal strings resonates in those pickups. So the closer they are to the pickups, the thicker signal you get, the wider bandwidth of signal you're sending into those pickups. You don't want to get it too close, because it'll rattle and it'll touch them, and you'll get tapping sounds. But there's rules for setting up your action. You can look on YouTube all day long to find out about guitar action, setting up your guitar to where it's most comfortable for you. Sometimes acoustic players, sometimes they get on that electric and they don't even like that low action. They raise it up just so slightly. Let me get my fucking Grey Poupon mason jar. Take a chug. What's in that drink of yours, Validation Boy? Whole lot of fucking awesome. whole lot of fucking awesome. So I'm really glad that today Muscle Car Cock Lover fucking exposed the shit out of himself and basically made it known that, hey, look at me, I'm fucking Stargods' sock account and have been all along, and now it all makes fucking sense. It all fucking adds up perfectly. Close friend of mine who's had a lot of dealings with this schmuck says they don't think that Stargods and Muscle Car Rock Lover are the same person. I respectfully disagree, and I feel as though they are indeed the same motherfucker. Let's see what we got here. Schlumminger says, "What's up, VB?" And I said, "Hell's yeah, my nizzles." Lots of highs, lots of much loves. Schlumminger says, "Today is Stargods Wars." Yeah, sometimes we talk about Star Wars, you know, and I'm not even going to start a war with Stargods. There's no war to be had. It's just he tried to attack me, but when he did it, he like exposed the fuck out of himself. I mean, I wasn't expecting any kind of interaction or response from Stargods at all. He hasn't commented on one of my videos in months and months. Today, all of a sudden, Muscle Car Rock Lover shows up and tells me I need to go straight to Stargods' video. The fuck is that all about? Give me a break, okay? Okay, so we got, "What's up, Vlad? Much love." That's what Validation Boy said. All right. Vlad's just chilling with the honey, waiting for VB to start this shit. And Daylight says, hopefully he's done with his 80s throwback hour. Oh, yeah. Definitely done with that. Vlad said he spent 10 years waiting to get through it then. Doesn't need any reminding of it now. Oh, man. I'm on top of the world tonight, guys. Motherfuck. I also got some other work done. Some much needed cosmetic work. Bling! And life's fucking grand and shit. Wasn't he always like concave or STH? What's STH? I'm sure I'll figure it out. Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes at number 5 says, "Hello, they lie." Of course, okay. Prevarication Detector says, "Let's roll, Validation Boy." Eli says, "You guys are relentless." Eli says, "Watch the bastard open up with ABBA." Aren't you glad I didn't open up the fucking show with ABBA? Aren't you glad? Oh, man. Man, I bet this chat is, I mean, I'm way up at the top of the chat. Let's see what's going on. Yep. Okay, exactly. Ask Yorkshire Last Tracy if I'm Canadian rich. Go on, send her a message, I dare you. I mean, Muscle Car. You think you're clever, Stargods. You know, Muscle Car's never shown their fucking identity. Never done anything. Never put forth even a single fucking second of effort to prove that they're a real person. So Muscle Car Rock Lover, as far as I'm concerned, you used to be a great fucking member of this live chat. You used to help make this one of the most dynamic live stream chats in all of YouTube Flat Earth. You've fallen off, okay? You've fallen off hard, but it's okay. You're so replaceable, so completely fucking replaceable. And now we got many, many more badasses in here that easily just dominate you. We got OJ McBaggins. We got Dick Trippin' Balls. We got Prevarication Detector, bringing the just the interesting stuff. You know, may not be trolling like some of my other peeps up in here, but still, everybody in here just fucking outdoes you. And you're fucking toast, bro. We see you now, Rich. Okay, Muscle Car Rich Lover. Archetypal Existence has joined us and says Muscle Car Cock Lover would have been more funny. Yeah, I know. Oh shit, man. Oh man, the chat bumped me down to the end. That's okay though. That's okay. They like, oh, I has her to fuck up. OJ McBaggin says he's gonna fire up while waiting for me to fire up. I'm gonna put it on fucking I'm gonna turn the camera off, excuse me, but the sound will stay with you. The sound will stay right here with you. And this one, join me. I just want you to join me, okay? It's happy times. That one was for Schmick. You can suck it, bruh. Okay. De La House says, start or we're going to go over to Stargods. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see what else happened. Okay. Muscle Car says, full of shit, VB, just like your boss. My boss? I have two. Well, I have two different bosses. You know, each one manages a different restaurant. I don't know if that's the boss that you are talking about, because other than that, I don't have any other bosses. Maybe sometimes Validation Girl, you know. But officially, I only have, you know, two employers, you know. One of my employers I only met once. I only interact with the GM. And the other one, I interact directly with the owner, who is the GM. Those are my bosses. Other than that, I don't know what you think you're getting at. Okay, I asked for the date of the Ariana Grande fucking Ariana Grande that fucking troll, okay? That bulimic troll. Probably a fucking born a male, probably. Who knows? Everyone's a fucking tranny in Hollywood these days. That anorexic, bulimic fucking troll that can't sing had a concert in Manchester, and there was, you know, like the complete and utter fucking bullshit hoax that went on. Schlominger says it was the 29th. Prevarication detector says it was the 23rd. Someone else over here says May 22nd and 22 reported dead. Prevarication detector actually said that May 22nd, 22 reported dead. That's very interesting. Let me show you guys something. Okay. We signed up for some shit a long time ago. I don't remember. I think it was like a roofing. I don't know. And we got a fucking offer for a magazine. So, you know, we don't read fucking magazines. So why not, you know. But part of the fucking, it's a bullshit magazine. It's a complete and utter pop culture bullshit magazine. Get it for free. I check them out and look at the pictures in them and just laugh. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. This is the May 22nd edition. Nothing but orange. Nothing but fucking orange. Okay? Every issue they put a whole bunch of female celebrities. They put like 10 of them in the first opening page, and they show you the theme of the dresses that everyone's been wearing on the red carpet over the past week, because it's a weekly magazine. So this week, the May 22nd edition happens to have been all fucking orange. Maybe Russian Vids will pick up on that. Okay? It's Us Weekly. Okay? They send this shit to us for free. So it's actually quite enjoyable. You know, sometimes after work, I'll sit there and I'll look at the pictures for like, you know, 5 minutes. Read a couple of little blurbs at the bottom of the thing. Learn some of these celebrities' names, because all these new celebrities pop up. I know the fucking idea what the fuck they are. Dick Trippin' Balls says, so Muscle Car, are you really that old, salty, saggy-eyed fag? Aw, that's a little far. Oh, man. Muscle Car Star Lover, okay, comes in as Delinquency Weird Again and says, here is my sock account, punk bitch. Ask Yorkshire Lass Tracy if I am Canadian rich. Go on, send her a message, I dare you. Wow. You're like a broken record. Dick Trippin' Balls says he about shot himself over that fucking last episode. I know. I know also that Dick Trippin' Balls, you showed up and Richard Clark didn't even show up. I mean, as it stands, technically the rules that I set last week, if he didn't even show up and you showed up, even though you said that you want to secede from the competition and you don't want to participate in it, I remember I saw all that. I just didn't read it out on the air. At this point, by default, you might be my fucking champion. You might be the heavyweight trolling champion of Validation Boy livestream chat, Dick Trippin' Balls. Like it or not. I know you said you wanted to retire. You said you were going to take it easy for a while, but I see you here full force right now. So, you know, part of Validation Boy is trolling. And I might just have to troll you and force you to take the belt and hold that championship until someone can take it from you. In fact, if Richard Clark doesn't show up by the end of this show, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'll give you a real easy out, Dick Trippin' Balls. If the real Richard Clark does not show up for this show, I'm going to have to give you the belt. But if he does show up, he's still champion. Or is that fair? Is that even fair? I don't even know if that's fair. Because what if he doesn't know about the show? This is a real touchy area. I know last week was strange. You know, last Monday was strange. I kind of let you guys down. I said there was going to be a contest. Events got changed around, you know. May 22nd, 2017, 22 hours and 30 minutes. UTC +1 according to Wiki. Rawkin has showed up and said, hey, VB and friends. Lord Stephen Cornflake has made an appearance and says, and my other sock account. Oh, here we go, Stargods. Ask Glenn if these are my socks. I make no secret. Ask Yorkshire Lass Tracy, I'm a big, stupid bitch. Is that what you say about yourself, Lord Stephen Stargods Cornflake Muscle Cock Lover? Okay, Schlominger says, suck rock. Yeah. Rockin says he's number 2. Number 2 what? Peace. Shlom says, thanks to VB. Oh, yeah, no problem. Flat Al, VB couldn't be more wrong. I don't give a fuck what you think, Flat Al. Until Muscle Car can come forth and prove that it's not Stargods, he's Stargods. They both talk the same. They both act the fucking same. They're both fucking totally fucking intermingled. One of the motherfuckers shows up to my little promo video thinking he'd be slick, but immediately starts with his little emoticons, his little cheese dick emoticons, and his little fucking ways and shit. And then he tries to disguise it and try to slang up his typing and shit. Bro, get the fuck out of here, Rich. We know that it's you, okay? You think you're fucking clever. You got these sock accounts going way back. Who fucking knows when they go back to it? I'm sure we could look up the dates. It doesn't fucking matter. We know it's probably fucking you. It's probably fucking you. Okay. Daylight Ohio says, hey, Martin Leakey. Vince, you spastic. Archetypal Existence says, Muscle Car is like one of the most negative people I've ever seen, and consistently for 2 years, lols. Well, that's the thing, is that Stargods is totally fucking negative. So I just think about it for a moment, guys. Think about that guy. Gods, okay? Picture him. Oh, he wants to troll. I want to troll somebody. I can't do it under my name because I got such a big sub count. What do I do? Make up some dumb shit. Muscle Car Rock Lover. You know, he's from the 60s. You know what I'm saying? That was his young days, or his heyday, I guess, even as he would say himself. And, you know, what do people from the 60s love? They love muscle cars and they love rock. Okay? But so does everybody else. But I mean, like, who would say it? A guy who admits that he's about the same age as where Rich is. We never seen a face we don't know. Muscle Car Rock Lover, congratulations. You are officially dubbed Stargods' bitch sock account. You're nothing but Stargods. So anything that you say, we know it's just Stargods saying it. So an original thought for you? We're not going to see one of those in a while because now we know you're fake. And so you can go try to troll Stargods and try to prove otherwise. But let the games be played. Okay? We can see through all your shit. We know all the fucking tricks. Okay? Playing with your fucking self, Rich. I used to like you so much. I mean, like, I even watched your video today. I actually liked a lot of the stuff you were saying, you know, kind of, or like not the what you were saying, but I liked watching you go to that place that you're able to go to, Rich. I liked watching you go there and have your critical thought, you know, and have your skepticism, and then your skepticism of your own skepticism, of your own skepticism, of your own skepticism. It's very deep, okay? A lot of us out here really appreciate that, or used to a lot, you know, until you like started pointing your guns in just the wrong directions, bro. The wrong directions, you know? And that's why, see, if Rich, if you understand the things you said in your video today are wildly fucking inaccurate, okay? You said that I went over to Patricia's show. I would love for Stargods to show me the numbered episode of Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes that Validation Boy has yet appeared on. See, you're wrong. You even admitted it that you're going senile after that. You know, I was going to put all that audio in that video, but and then you said something about you want to copyright strike me. Oh, pathetic, man. Pathetic, man. You have how many thousands of subs? And I have piddly hundreds. Piddly fucking hundreds and shit. I mean, whatever, bro. Big man on campus. Big man, a big hot shot. Big muscle car rock lover rich. You know what I'm saying? Give us a break, brother. We can see that inner troll inside of you. Just your posture, the way you sit, your whole demeanor. We know that you would totally be the guy who would make up a sock account, pretend that you're from a different region of the fucking plane, okay? And so that way you can have your little dark side. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on, Rich. I mean, bro. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Martin Liedtke. As Nathan says it, Martin Liedtke. Well, to me, my American, Southern-inspired dialect, Martin Liedtke. Much love. That's what you're getting from me, Martin Liedtke. But anyways, so Rich joins, or no, what the fuck am I talking about? Rich says that I went over there. Okay, find the episode. The episode I did go on was Flat Earth United Kingdom. Okay, that's the show I went on. I've been on other shows. Maybe I went on another show too, and I think maybe Patricia Steer in particular was on the panel. I believe her and I interacted very shortly. Maybe not. I'm not sure directly. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I got to go back and watch. But it was another great show that Nathan had hosted, I think. I'm pretty sure. And other than that, no. And yeah, like I said before, many times. Okay, this all goes back, Rich. Okay, I don't know if you remember. I've been fucking around, getting maybe a little too friendly with Jed Skeptic Media and fucking Tim Osman. Okay, my animosity towards Tim Osman has pretty much completely disappeared on a one-on-one level. He knows how I feel about Flat Earth. I know how he feels about Flat Earth. Other than that, you know, he calls me. I got to throw it right back at him. In fairness, you know, he says I'm a lovable narcissist, and I believe that that's what he is. And I believe that Tim Osman is the one and only motherfucking globe proponent in this entire fucking scene, okay? This entire little campfire we're sitting around, okay? Tim is the sole singular glober that is worth a single fuck of a damn to talk to about the globe or even entertain. And in a close second, Gem Panda, okay? But he still has his tendencies. I love Gem Panda, but we're talking about the grand scale. We're talking outside of Gem Panda and my personal interactions. We're talking about everybody in the scene. Gem Panda, I have to put his value at number 2. There really is no number 3. It's a tie between P. Mars, John LeBon. Nobody else that even fucking matters. Everyone else is a complete fucking moron. You got idiots out there like Curve Water and shit. It's a complete fucking joke. Just a complete fucking joke. And, you know, there's other people out there. I don't even remember their fucking names. But all you fucking pussies were all up in fucking Issa Mahalski's fucking chat today and pretending that you were trying to fucking ignore me. Give me a fucking break. Jibby Jedi was fucking laying the smackdown on all y'all's asses in the fucking chat room too. On behalf and behest, you know what I'm saying, of Validation Boy, because he understood what was going on. You guys can't fucking take it anymore. You guys can't take the fact that you use fucking intangible shit to prove shit that you are on. You guys try to use fucking apples to prove fucking oranges. And you guys can't get past it. It's fucking hilarious. You know what? Fuck this. I'm taking a break. I'll be right back. All right, guys. We're fucking back. We're back live. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got so many people up in here. Oh, man. This is fantastic. This is just fantastic. Man. Okay. Wow. Okay. Flat Al. BB couldn't be more wrong. OJ McBaggins says, boo, FEOHP, love you, Patricia. Smiley face. Schleminger says, clap, clap, clap. Rawkin says, I got to be quicker to get a shout out, LOL. Yeah, it starts because, I start the show with a little bit of top 5, and then I, hopefully I can have something to rant on. And then I'll go and I'll check out the chat for a while, See, I got to get to this chat before it gets too out of hand. Muscle Car's like one of the most negative people I've ever seen. Yeah. Oh, Muscle Car says, you are a bully to women, VB. Barbie. This 62-year-old would squeeze your fat head till you went limp. That's like that Jason Voorhees kill, I think, in part 3. The dude comes around on the side of the cabin. And Jason Voorhees grabs his head and squashes it. Just crushes his little fat fucking little head. Yeah, and his eyeballs pop out. Yeah, that's right. Because it's the 3D. Friday the 13th 3D. You can watch it in 3D. It's funny, However, don't get me started on Friday the 13th, man. Look what you did, Muscle Car. I'm a child of the fucking 80s, So I'll get on down on some fucking Friday the 13th. I could talk about the series I could talk about this shit for 2 hours. I could probably go on, but I'm not going to. I'm definitely not going to. We can stick to, vaguely flat earth oriented fucking topics, even though my show says nothing about flat earth in the title. Some of you people are just relentlessly stupid, and you don't even you say shit about validation, boy, that doesn't fucking make sense. And it's just I kind of almost welcome it sometimes so that I can then have a reason to come on here and just trash you, destroy you, you fucking fools, and just dominate you. You guys hate my guts. You love to hate me. You subscribe to me. You worship at that altar of validation boy's fucking face. That's what you do. I mean, God. Now you're on your little campaign. All this shit. Your latest little. This is how we're gonna deal with validation boy strategy. Yeah, because on that fucking X Factor, you have no fucking defense against. Fucking pathetic. Okay, Barbie. Okay, we already cleared that up. Muscle Car. You were there the whole time during all that shit going down with the Barbie shit. You were there the whole fucking time. Okay. Thing is, maybe you weren't. I don't know. Stargods, Muscle Car, Rock Lover, same fucking person. I didn't see Stargods doing much commentary on matters at the time. Maybe it made him feel nothing but negativity, and he was doing all of his attacking and involvement in the Barbie McGill validation boy, Antonio Subrat's fucking mix-up under the name Muscle Car, because it was all nothing but negativity and badness. OJ McBaggin says, rape sauce. Oh, man, gross. Okay, Martin Leakey says, it's sick shit, VB. Detector says, rape sauce, LOL. All right, enough of that, guys. Archetypal Existence says, oh, wow, Muscle Car, you're 62. Yeah, same age as Stargods. Vaguely. Okay. Rawkin says, FE ladies are the best. I mean, I think I remember. That was a long time ago I was talking about that. Martin Leakey says, cool show, thanks for the shouts. And then Isa Mahalski says, thanks, VB. Yeah, because I said it in the break. All that stuff's going to probably get edited out of the dark space. But the thing is, today, Isa was just laying that fucking smackdown. It was on fire. Oh, look who has shown up and not even asked for a shout out. At least not yet in this chat. But I'm just seeing the first entrant, their first entry in the Validation Boy live stream chat. And I want to give a huge, huge shout out to Shruminati. Huge shout out to Shruminati. And then we got OG McBaggin saying, boom, shaka, laka, laka. Okay. Muscle Car Cock Lover says, thanks, Martin. You're busted, VB, haha. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's no evidence to the contrary. And there seems to be way too many fucking pieces of circumstantial fucking evidence just piling the fuck up, on my side of this fucking case. I know how things operate. You little side troll, you little fucking multiple fucking trolls, multiple fucking accounts and whatnot and what have you. Okay, I see it. I've seen other motherfuckers do it. I've seen fucking people with 50 plus. I've seen people with 10 plus. Schlominger says, what's up, Issa and Shrum? And Issa Mahalski says, oi. I might have some guests up in here. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Validation Boy is very fucking volatile right now. You know, a lot of people don't really want to mess around and get too close to Validation Boy right now. Nobody knows what direction I might go in. Oh. Yeah, don't you worry. I'm flat Earth for life. I'm flat Earth through and through. People who believe we live on a spinning globe, okay, in this scene, okay, people out in society, okay, nothing against those people. You can't hate those people. You can't have like absolute hatred. You can hate them for other various reasons in life, and they happen to be a glober. But you can't just hate society and everybody in society for believing that what they were taught in schools and everything, you know, what they were taught by their fucking system. The same system that, as Dan Pratt wisely has spoken on yet again, that same system that everyone has to been being taught to fucking suckle at the teeth of. Okay, and Dan Pratt, by the way, motherfuckers, Daniel Pratt, this man is the damn closest thing that we have to a fucking prophet in this entire fucking truth scene. I'm sorry to fucking tell you guys, you fucking idiot haters out there. Okay, Dan, when he speaks, it's essentially fucking gospel. It's damn close. Okay, so if you're not subscribed to Daniel Pratt, please fucking subscribe to Daniel Pratt. Okay, I'm very emotional about that. Dan Pratt's the man, y'all motherfuckers. Wisen yourselves the fuck up. I'm pumped up, man. I'm trying to make up. I'm trying to compensate for fucking Monday because I did my viewers so wrong. I did my viewers such a dirty, and I didn't even mean to. It was just, you know, if I didn't go the direction that I went in that night, it would have just been ugly. You know, tonight it's a little prettier. So, Martin's known Vince for 2 years or more. Don't forget, we got Flat Still Earth in the house in at number 1 tonight. Do not forget, we got Vlad in the house. Martin Liedke says, Blood Nathan played your song on his Meetups promo. And Daylight says he's loving this electric shit. Muscle Car Rock Lover says, off to bed, VB, you loser bitch. You're not worth any bandwidth or my time. Well, apparently I am, Stargods. A whole fucking stalker Stargods and shit. I mean, oh, man. Martin says, yeah, don't be singing a song tonight. Mind it, VB. Martin said he's a Brit, VB. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Never heard the voice, never seen the face. Anything can be put on a fucking keyboard. Someone show me the voice. Someone give me the voice of Muscle Car Rock Lover. I'll make the decision then. Prevarication Detector says, what did this dude Stargods do to you? Okay. Rawken says VB is pissed off today. Martin Leakey says that Muscle Car is a northern twerp. Very interesting. Well, off the mark on this one, Muscle Car ain't Stargod, says Flat Al. Vulnerable Boy has joined us again and says Validation Boy is Adam Lanza. Actually, no, if you check Tim Osmond's channel, heart smiley face. It's not really spelled out that way, but that's what he has as a heart and a fucking smiley face. If you check his channel, he made an image of not Adam Lanza with me. He put Adam Lanza to somebody else. But with me, he put Mini-Me in the little gray tuxedo with a huge rainbow-colored dildo. And he put my face over top of it. And that's officially who it is. But the Adam Lanza, that's reserved for another person, another proponent of the flat earth that exists, a very controversial proponent of the flat earth that seems to inadvertently, and maybe not even by his own doing at all, his presence seems to be resulting in a little bit of a division. I hate to say it, but it is true. But then again, Maybe I cause division. Maybe Antonio Subirats causes division. Maybe Patricia Steer causes division inadvertently. See, I think that all the division might just be coming from the fact that people don't always like everybody's face. They don't always like everybody's voice. Okay, sometimes you fucking just hate someone's fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to lower yourself to talk to certain people. You know? Thing is. Martin says, yeah, he only shagged the one sheep. Oi, Muscle Car Clock Lover says, oh, oi, Martin, you taffy git or jit, I'm not sure. And he says he only shagged the one sheep. See, I don't know. But see, that's the thing. Anything can be typed on a fucking keyboard. So that's what I say to that. David Sawyer says, no, I'm the prophet, about himself. And then Flat Still Earth says, I might be bringing back Vlad the Globe Impaler for special occasions. Very interesting. Test Vision says, the sky schlo. Muscle Car Rock Lover for like the 7th time says, off to bed, VB. If you was on fire, I wouldn't piss on you to put out the flames. That's a classic. I mean, that's a classic. I know, but I mean, it's the kind of thing that Rich would say, is it not? Rawkins says Dan Pratt is our angry bear. Dan Pratt is so much more than just an angry bear. I'll tell you that. Dan Pratt has much, much more to offer than just angry ranting. Okay? Dan Pratt puts forth complete and utter wisdom. He lays the smack down on that ass. Okay? That's the thing. Okay. So that is another hot potato says, I'm listening. Welcome. Welcome again. No, in at number 5, breaking the top 5, Patricia Steer of Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. Oh, anyways, let's get back to the story. Okay, let's get back to the story. So I've been fucking around. This is for you, Muscle Car Rock Lover, Stargods. I had been fucking around with the wrong people, okay? And eventually I got burned. Timmy fucking sniped a show of mine, a really good show that was going on. I had Vlad the Globe Impaler, Flat Still Earth, on at the time. And the show got fucking sniped. Tim came on. He was, you know, short of breath, nervous, all jacked up, all pumped up because of his weird, not in a gay way, but his weird man crush on Validation Boy, his enthrallment with the wisdom of a guy who can really tell it like it is and really break down shit and see straight through people's fucking skin and has the power to, of course, like I've said before, rip your fucking heart out verbally. He was fired up. He got up in my shit. He was nervous. He said his 5-minute rant. He got out. I kind of took it as a compliment. I felt like I had hit the big time. To get the judgment, be judged by Tim Osmond himself, and be classified in with what I had formerly dubbed the top brass, which he then adopted the term top brass and spread it to people like Issa and stuff like that. Or not spread it to Issa, but that's how Issa said he found out about that term. I don't know. Maybe my story is off. I'm not sure. But I started calling people the top brass, because Mark Sargent had called himself and a certain group of people the top brass at the time. And I was angry with other flat earthers. And I put the people that had the largest subscriber counts at the time, I put them all as the top brass in my anger, But Timmy lumped me in with them, And especially after January 26th, Validation Boy live stream, when I officially sold out and turned, on a small handful of people, even Globers. Okay, they considered me one of their own, even though I was hardcore flat earth, and I was the most dogmatic flat earth that they'd ever come across at that point. They still consider me one of their own because I was against what I dubbed the top brass in my introspectively foolish anger and shit, you know. Whatever, it played out, you know. I got in some drama with Jed. Ever since then, me and Jed have been pretty much bitter enemies, on and off, you know. It's gone on for so long now that I can't really like truly hate Jed. I've said some really super fucking, just some really fucking nasty shit to Jed, like in his live streams and stuff. And, you know, he's been pretty crazy towards me, but probably not even half as bad as the shit that I've said to him. It kind of makes me laugh because like I beat up on Jed so bad, and he doesn't even know what to come back with, and I just like see straight through it, cut fucking holes through it like Swiss cheese, and just like rip his fucking heart out and shit, you know, sometimes. But you know, maybe that's just me being an evil prick. Maybe that's not something I should be too happy about, should be too proud about. But then again, there's people out here that are coming up in my shit, in our shit, and just being fucking fuck offs, just so that they can appear to be cutting edge, just so they can appear to be smart. Okay. Or not appear to be smart, but appear to be like they're on the cutting edge of fucking thought when it comes to all the philosophy of flat earth versus globe earth and shit. And you know what? That group of guys, I've always had just a big general kind of fuck you for that way of thinking. Thing is, though, is that those guys are a complex group of motherfuckers that do have somewhat enjoyable qualities at times, depending on which way the wind is blowing. And so I had been fucking with them. You know, shit got hairy. We kind of turned, you know, ever since then, it's kind of been that way. There's been other interactions. We've had little visits. We've had live streams together. I've hopped on places they've been on. We've been friendly. We've been bitter. We've been both, you know, all of us in our different ways. It's very complex and complicated. I think that there's just kind of a mutual respect between people like me, John LeBon, Jed, fucking Tim Osman, fucking P. Mars, fucking Nathan Oakley, fucking Gem Panda, fucking all these certain people that are really like the ones that those are Isa Mahalski. Those are my main ones that I would consider, you know, in Flat Still Earth, my main fighters, you know, just the hardcore dudes that I know are always gonna, like, you know, if it comes down to bloodshed, they know I got their fucking back, and I know they got my fucking back. You know, if it comes down to, like, you know, do or die in a live chat and all that, you know, I know Issa's always got my back. Fuck, he fucking respects me. I respect the fuck out of Issa. You know what I'm saying? He knows it. Anyways, okay, so I had been messing with these dudes, and then I, you know, recently, at some point, you know, I decided on January 26th, really. Sorry, this is all crazy. You know, it's hard to remember all this crap. This is half a year ago now. I basically said there's no need for me to attack Patricia Steer, Antonio Subarats, or Nathan Oakley anymore with accusations that were completely unfounded. And after, you know, further investigations, I was quick to throw judgments, you know. Sometimes I can be. But, you know, due to people's behaviors and shit, I was quick to be an asshole. And upon further research, learned that a lot of the stuff I've been saying about this particular group of people, this particular group that I was just fucking with, you know, a lot of it was just bullshit. A lot of it was just, maybe some of it was a little bit right at the time. Maybe, I don't, it's, you know, none of it can be said. Things have changed so much since then. Okay. And I didn't have any proof, and I decided that I was just going to say that publicly, and that I would no longer be making hit pieces on that particular group of people. Just because Rich Rock Lover liked Patricia so much, and that he pretended to hate her, or just felt the need to hate her, okay? And the fact that he related to my shit so deeply, you know, he was like, oh yeah, I love this shit. He would write, you know, lots of comments, back in the day, he would. He was like, wow, you're the fucking best. This is the best shit ever on YouTube. I just thank God that you exist. Validation boy, you are the man. You're like a fucking messiah of flat earth and all this shit. You know, and it's like, okay, you know, he loved it, you know. Even though he did, sorry, I had to let it go. It wasn't true. All the shit wasn't true. It was just fucking crap I was making up. Tomfoolery kind of picked up on the idea, and he started making a series. Haven't seen him around in a long time. I don't think he wants to have like bitter hate. I think he realizes that at this point, you know, it's divided now. If you're either globe or you're flat, you know, and it's war. And like Globers, it's just total mockery. A lot of people are striving towards this whole let's be peaceful when we talk. You know, I've heard IPS and had Tim Osmond on his show, and they were talking about that specifically. You know, yeah, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell everybody something. It's ebb and flow. It's ebb and flow. And it all comes down to events that happen or research items that are brought into the arena of battle of Globe versus Flatty on YouTube 2017 now. That's the deal. And then Rich goes on and says that I fucking that when I did that, it was fucking scripted. Well, here's the thing, Muscle Car Rich Lover. If you go and watch January 15th, I think, the one before it, and then January 26th, or just January 26th and the one before it, just watch. And you'll hear everything explained in full. Okay? And I know you took off from me for a while because of the fact that I was heading that direction. The direction of just not having just complete and utter disdain for everybody in Flat Earth. You know, I realized, God, man, there's people out here in Flat Earth that are like, you know, sure, some people think that they appear suspicious, but then it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think anyone's suspicious. Look at all the different levels. Okay, I got 700 something. Okay, there's people that have 900, and there's people that have 1,200, and there's people that have, what do we got? You know, 1,650. And then, what do you know? Then there's someone with like 1,900. Then there's someone with like 2,200, and then you get into like the 4,000 channels with 4,000 and 5,000 subscribers, and then you got 10,000 subscribers, 9,000 subscribers, 12,000, 20,000. It's a broad array. Okay, and not all those channels necessarily made their name on Flat Earth. Not all of them. A couple of them maybe, but not all of them. And for you to say that it's scripted, I mean, like, okay, man. Yeah, everyone knows I'm proud of the fact that I used to script my scripted pieces. Okay, that's for the listener's sake. I want the delivery to be best. I think that way is, if I'm going to make a short video, I think doing it that way is a lot better than what you do, Stargods. You know, you just rant there and you'll go off. You know, that's what a live stream is for. I don't see you doing live streams. Why don't you give the people, your fans, which you have many, many fans, why don't you give them what they really want? Why don't you start doing solo live streams and see what you have to say? Why don't you do that, Rich Rock Lover? And I'm sure tons and tons of people out there would just love that. So why don't you just go do that? But anyways, you say that I'm scripted, you know. Okay, did I script that? Did Patricia Steer script for me to say that? For me to give you praise in the midst of all this? In the midst of all this insanity? See, the thing is that you're kind of like a big brat. And you know better. And we know that you know better. And you know that we know that you know better. Okay? It's that ridiculous. Okay? You're definitely a grown adult. Okay? And you choose to act that way. Anyways, you say it's scripted, and you fucking, what else did you say? Fucking A. Gosh, I'm just going off memory right now. I listened to it once or maybe twice today. You say something about, oh yeah, and then also you just like, you keep trying to equate Patricia Steer and Mark Sargent and other various people's involvement in Flat Earth as like the love weapon, the love gun, you know, like, and you start equating it to how the hippies squashed, you know, you and your anarchy buddies in the 60s from having a true revolt against the United States of America government or whatever, you know, as you claim. You guys had your guns and you were ready to go out in the street and start fucking shit up, as you claim, back in the 60s. I don't know. Doesn't really make sense, because look at the division that these people cause. Is that really peace and love bombs? Doesn't really make sense. See how you're like completely like contradicting yourself? Muscle rich lover. Do you see how ridiculous the whole thing is? Think of the channels like me, my old, you know, ways. Was that peace and love bombs? Or are you saying that one day when I finally joined Patricia Steer's team, then I became the love gun? You got to be kidding me. I'm one of the sharpest, fucking nastiest, rustiest fucking swords or fucking blades, shivs up in this fucking flat earth. And you know that. And that's why you were like super fan 10,000, you know, super fan 10,000 is what you were. And let's see. Saying it was scripted, fucking, oh yeah, the division, that shit gets caused. And I'm not even saying that it's their fault at all. I'm saying that people around them start projecting their jealousy and anger on people that have lead by leadership, you know? And fucking, gosh. There's channels like myself, and there's channels. Look at Morgile versus Matt Powerland back in the day. Look at Globebusters versus whoever back in the day. Look at Dell versus whoever. Look at Validation Boy versus whoever. And you're telling me that this is all peace and love bombs and love guns and shit? You don't even make sense sometimes, Stargods. Most of your videos lately, honestly, you say one thing and then you just go back and say the other thing. And I think that maybe you do that on purpose so that you please everybody. I think you've even admitted that once, that you do that so that you can play both sides of every aisle. You can create your own false dichotomies for people to view things in. I think that's kind of interesting, you know? I think you did admit that once. Or maybe I just saw straight through your ass and realized that that's what you were doing one time. Fuck, this is an amazing chat that we got going on. Del Croy, Del Croy has shown up. It is an honor to have you in here, sir. Fine, sir. Test Vision has joined us. Very, very interesting. I'm going to take a fucking short break. Thank you guys so much for joining Validation Boy live stream. All right, guys. You know, you're in the drama zone here on Validation Boy live stream. Seems like it just, you know, seems to bring drama, the fact that I can see through what people are saying most of the time. And I can see what's going on. And this is like, you know, sociology studies at its finest, you know. You got to get that Validation Boy perspective on all that happens in the flat earth. Or at least in little sections of the flat earth, you know. I deal in mid-level shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here, I'm just some fucking guy, and I like to provide my commentary and interact socially with people in the flat earth, people around the flat earth campfire, as Nathan Oakley would say. How do you like that, Stargods? I'm also Stargods lover. I like to see what goes on. I like to see how people, you know, interact. I like to form friendships or, you know, bonds of some sort with certain people because I feel like they're pretty cool. So, you know, it's interaction. It's fun. I spent years not really talking to anyone except for a tiny handful of people. I mean, really. I mean, many, many years. Doing this, you know, it's just fun. Yeah, people say that people are on here for like, as like a substitute for their real life social interactions. But what if people don't really have many of those going on in the first place? Thing is, though, is that many times I sit out here by myself. Sure, I'll interact with the chat and everything. Got a great chat going on tonight, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. Give me just about 5 seconds. Either way, it's good to be on here and interact with people. It's good. Otherwise, I might waste my time doing other completely unproductive things that don't expand my mind at all. At least being on here, even if it's just drama and shit that you're involved in, the subject matter is still, something that is very controversial and can't be really settled anytime soon. So the battle rages on. Let's see what the comments say in the live chat. Once again, let's go way back. We've been joined by David Sawyer, who says, "What, is there a connection between this ugly Stargods guy and Muscle Cockstar?" Schlumminger says, "VB thinks he's the same person," basically. Yeah. Test Vision says, "T-shirt says horror, but the stream says Disney PG." Yeah, I'm all Disney Channel all day long, bro. You know how we roll. Okay, anyways. David Sawyer says his book is about aliens and galaxies and reptile men. Stargods lost money. David Sawyer says Stargods lost money from Flat Earth. That's why he's so cock-hurt. I might have said it about 10,000 too many times earlier. Man, this shit bumped me down to the fucking end. Wow. Booted me way down. Wow, sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Okay. Test Vision says, shout us out, make us famous. Yeah, big shout out to Test Vision. All right, fine. Test Vision said black hole time when I went on break. Sorry. Gotta take breaks, It takes a lot of energy to do this, man. It takes a lot of fucking energy to do this, man. This David Sawyer says, this Stargods smoke crack. I'm sub to him. He's really slowing down lately. Damn. I don't know about all that. Vulnerable Boy says, my bong makes me smile, but also makes me sad sometimes. Yeah. Wanda O'Reilly has joined us. Good to have you in here. Talking about dietary changes and stuff and the health, getting rid of carbs and sugar and taking plenty of water, and it will reverse so many health issues you might have. Test Vision says Validation Boy makes good shows for the deaf. Yeah, when I'm on break, that's what that's how it is sometimes. Schlumminger. Oh man. Flat Still Earth says no donating money. Keep it for your families. David Sawyer says VB needs to expand his research to bigger and better arenas where he can use his good skills to expose the greater genocide and leave trying to convince morons of truth. Wow, David Sawyer, and I said nice. Whew. Delcroix has joined us, of course. Issa Yo VB. Let's see. Wow, sorry. Rebel has joined us too. Good to have you in the chat. Wanda O'Reilly says, whatever happened to Cathexis? Did he go silent? I believe so. I believe that he did. I believe he said a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of what he had to say. Maybe there's a lot more he would have to say, but maybe he feels that the audience is not necessarily worth it. I cannot speak for him and say that. See, that's totally unfair of me to say that for Cathexis, but you know, he just kind of just left the scene, I guess. Maybe, you know, I've been thinking about that sometimes, but you know, fuck that. You know, maybe I'll just stick it out to the bitter end. Schmick coming in here talking about how badass I am when I take big bong rips, and how when he's hanging out with his mom, he has to pretend that he's taking bong hits. Yeah, I might have a guest coming in here. Oh yeah, just for a short while, you know, not to be too epic. He had his own epic hangout earlier. Oh, here we go.
Word up. What up?
Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
I don't have audio yet.
Oh.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Check.
Oh yeah, now I do.
Cool.
Oh geez.
Yeah, what up, BB?
How's it going, man?
Chilling, man. Nah, just sitting out.
So you had a fucking epic show today.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I was just kind of, I don't know, I've been kind of digging, like, you know, to open it up with, like, reading, you know, kind of setting a tone or something to talk about. And then, you know, kind of like a book club. It's kind of how I look at it. Like, you know, go through a little bit of, you know, information written by somebody else or whatever, and then, you know, then open her up. Yeah. But yeah, I think today I definitely made some of my opinions known.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of the things, like, where, like, you know, hey, I reserve my opinions. Like, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, you see what's going on, who's who, what's what, and, you know, you see what's good. I don't necessarily feel obligated to tell people what I see. You know what I mean? Otherwise, like, what kind of person would I be to be like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's something where it's like sticking to your own compass of, like, you know, what you would want. I don't know. Sometimes I violate that. Sometimes I don't. But, you know, when it comes to, like, the discussion of flat Earth and the ridicule that it faces, that's funny. I was just looking up. I saw what's his name? One of the guys, the ballers, just in the show, and they're talking about pose. It's really interesting, actually, because there was the idea that you couldn't tell the difference between something if someone was faking or not, right? And so it's kind of one of those things where, well, check this out. So I'm looking up the definition, like, you know, just looking through what the definition of a pose is. And I go to, like, one of the Urban Dictionary ones, and just reading through it. The example was a flat earther talking about that, you know, the Earth was flat, and because of the Bible, and if the Bible isn't true, then the Earth isn't, you know, like all this stuff, right? And or, you know, making the case, but it was like, wow, like they actually used the argument of a flat earther out there somewhere online that made this argument that really is kind of poor, and maybe would only be valid in the Christian community, but it was taken out of context, and the guy, or well, whatever, and the guy goes, "You must be a Poe." Like, you know, that was this example. And I think it's a shame, because I think with a little more understanding on behalf of flat earthers, it's, you know, I think the case can be made for flat earth intellectually. So, you know, to any circle of people, at least you have to consider it. As long as the delivery is, I think, appropriate and responsible and honest, you know, that's where we can win. I'm at the point where, yeah, it's a celestial sphere, just like the Freemasons talk about. And it's a flat plane, just like the Freemasons talk about. The square and compass. You know, the square is for the plane trigonometry of the Earth, measuring the Earth. And then you have the compass, which is for measuring spherical trigonometry, which would be for the stars. It's two different things. There's a dual system going on. And I think the quicker we get to recognizing that, the less, you know, the quicker we'll stop looking like we know everything. Like I was just watching again, like this guy, what's his name? I think his name's Authentic Intent. Is that his name, going around Bible, doing the Bible thing and talking about flat Earth? He's live streaming, and I like the guy. But I think I tuned in and he was going in talking about, this is how the sun works. And I mean, before prefacing, this is an alternative model of how the sun may work. We do ourselves like a grand justice when we fucking use words like that, because we can entertain the idea and actually walk somebody through it on equal footing versus walking them through it as though you're already, on the other team. Like, you're just set against them. And there's a time and a place for that too. But, early on in a discussion with somebody online or otherwise, it's like, maybe best if we keep it, informative and not so much like, like we could be like, hey, this is a possibility, instead of being like, this is how the sun works.
I don't even intend to be on for very much longer anyways, though. I mean, I just wanted to get you in here, like, we're not going to be super short, but just, I'm kind of going to end it at some point,
Oh, good. Actually, I might even do a hangout tonight. I was going to talk about the Quran and flat Earth.
Okay, yeah, do it. People will be there. I know a lot of people are going to be. You had like 90 people watching today, man. That was awesome.
Oh, no kidding.
Or 75 or 85. I can't remember, bro. It was up there. It was 90. Nice. Sweet, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, geez, it's like flat earthers out there who want the really craving that credibility, that street cred when they're talking about the theories involved in flat Earth. Yeah, they are definitely doing themselves a huge injustice when they start just talking about it as if it is fact. I know those are the kind of potholes and traps that we get caught up in by people like Timmy and P Mars and stuff, because then it's down to like semantics, wordplay,
Yeah, and I think that's just got to be a further part of our education as flat earthers, though, is to master the wordplay.
Yeah, exactly. And see, sometimes there's an inherent intent behind some of the things that slip out of people on both sides' mouths, and that's how these games keep getting played. So if we can narrow down what we're presenting to something much more concise, much more clear, something that's much better, or much less holes to find in it, that's a good thing. It shortens the argument.
Well, I think it's especially like when you're dealing. I mean, people that I've come across that are honest about the subject, that I've talked to earnestly about it, they don't know enough about their own model to be able to speak for or against it. And, that's really something we have to take into consideration. Like I've been saying to ballers lately who would call flat earthers stupid. Most flat earthers at least know the proposed proportions of the shape of the earth. You know what I mean? Like, the person at the corner store who just accepts that all scientists know everything doesn't know the circumference of the earth. They doesn't care about the earth. So in that position alone, I mean, we've got a higher IQ in the flat earth community in regards to this conversation. But if you're a flat earther that doesn't know that, or that wasn't a part of the reason why, like I saw earlier, somebody in chat said, well, someone turned them off flat earth. And it was in Patricia's chat. And I thought to myself, like, wait a minute. Anyone who could get turned on to flat earth because someone persuaded them would easily be, or could easily be, persuaded back. Whereas if that is your position, then it's almost like, you're not there yet, because if you were persuaded to it and it wasn't something of your own volition, then you're going to be out of step. That's why I dig Homeboy IPS.
Well, before you go on, do we even want those kind of people involved? Do we want everybody in the world to know about this? That's the question that I've been asking for a long time now. Do we really want to?
I think I've said this, man. Like, in the same way I feel about law, I feel like it's naturally cloaked in a certain element of absurdity from the outside. And it's almost just it's veiled for a reason. And I felt though
it's that disconnect between intent and language. and language as a weapon, language as a tool, and all the complexities between those two things. But go on, sorry.
Well, no. I'm just saying generally, like with all, I look at flat Earth as a complete unveiling. You know, for myself in any way, I see it as almost not the completion of an unveiling, but like it's a very deep step in the unveiling. And then once you master the shape of the Earth, or not master it, but you get a clue as to what's going on and what's proposed, then you can make your own informed decision. And if you can't make that informed decision for yourself, then you shouldn't really be dabbling in this. It's like any of it. If you have reservations about 9/11, then keep your reservations. Be honest with yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. And when people are really true to that, I think they inevitably have to be in some facet. Then what happens is this information is cloaked anyway, because they don't want it. It reaches deaf ears. It's like the parable where Jesus talks about the seeds. Some of the seeds are thrown onto the concrete. Some of the seeds make it to the, to the little bit of the grass. And some of the seeds, they make it to the, to the best, the most fertile soil that could make the best of that seed. So I'm not surprised when some people hear the word, if you will. Because I mean, think about it. When we talk about hearing the word, what is the word? I think people have literalized it so much as to encapsulate all their dreams about something. And in reality, the word is that light of knowledge, that light of inspiration. That's why, like in Islam, it says that it's better to go learn something new than it is to go make extra prayer, which I always found fascinating. And there is no compulsion in religion. It's an Islamic tenet. Same thing with flat Earth. And the Quran is a flat Earth book in my eyes, as I see it now.
Definitely. And thing is, as long as it goes back to the Creator, and I think that's what Christ is all about. Is that it's the story of Christ is that he's supposed to be the Creator, and in the flesh and all that. And I think that a lot of it comes down to people's fear of death. I think most things that society does center around the fear of death. That's why we marry. That's why we build huge structures. That's why we do epic fucking human things. It's all about fear of death. It's all about, yeah.
Yeah, it's I think that's just what it is, man. People and most people suck. And I think it's nice to meet nice people. I happen to find that sincere, what I would call flat earthers, tend to be some of the nicest people. And I think I would hope in my eyes of what I consider is deemed like a quote unquote flat earther, like in the grand perception of things, even with the ridiculousness of the title that some people dislike. But I like that title because it encapsulates a fucking middle finger as well. So flat Earth is like akin to fuck you, to me. So I kind of like that approach, and it's just words, so it's okay. People will get over it. And,
you're reaching that dark place, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, that dark place is just what sparks creativity. It sparks, it's all that. That's what does spark and allows for the release, allows for the creation. Like I said before, I feel like for me, with music, I feel like the music I make is kind of just for fucking the kids that aren't taking their parents, Adderall and the prescription and fucking, are just actually in the mix, feeling that loneliness of being told to bow to the system. And some people literally forcibly or medicatedly. And the parents just don't fucking even consider them. This is what I'm sick of. This is what leads to heroin. It leads to the lack of concern for information and knowledge. It leads to, it's brutal. So, I think of it like, I'm fucking sick of it. So.
Well, speaking of creativity and spark of creativity, I gotta apologize to you. I told you to put the guitar down and stuff because it's gonna be a music-free episode. Because on Monday I just did nothing but just jam out and fuck around.
Oh, no, I caught some of it actually. I like when you're on, man. I love your critiques.
Thanks, bro. but also, I also want to throw in there the fact that you are a totally fucking amazing musician. So I wasn't trying to cut you off for any reason whatsoever about that, because you are the man, bro. And people need to go and watch all your videos, all your songs. It's fucking awesome, bro.
Thanks, brother.
I mean, you got it going on, bro. I went on about it the other time on my last show, I think. Anyways, you know, I'm just recognizing you. You know, I know what you got there, bro. I know your skills. You know, I recognize all of it. I'm such a lifelong musician myself, bro. I mean, I started playing drums when I was fucking 10. I started fucking playing guitar or bass when I was like 11 or 12. And then when I was about like 12 or 13, I started playing like thrash guitar and shit like that. Really, bass is my fucking favorite, you know.
Nice.
And I just got that perfect pitch, and I sit there and I was able to like hear songs that my friends loved and like play them note for note, you know, and all that. And they'd be like, "Oh shit," you know. I always wonder how that went, you know. And I just like, "Oh, let me play this fucking whole song for you real quick," you know.
Awesome.
So that's my thing, and I've always had more of like I've always been more of like a team organizer when it comes to the band, because I've always usually been one of the people in the band that was more skilled, and we had like horns in one band I was in, and it fucking I would have to like transpose their fucking parts for them, because I knew that the sax was like, you know, 3 half steps down, and then the trumpet was like a step up, and then the trombone was like same as the guitar, same, you know, all that shit. So I'd be like, well, you know, I want you to hit a C sharp on the sax, but on the sax that's B flat. So it's like, whoa, okay, you just got to know these things, you know.
That's awesome. And so,
yeah, and I know you.
That's what's up, dude. Because that's a lot of people don't even understand. Well, that's fucking awesome, and it's like you got it so disciplined. That's really cool.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, I only learned by ear. My friend showed me what the notes were on the fretboard. He's like, "This is an A. This is an A sharp. This is a B." and I was like, "Okay, so that's a C. That's a C sharp. That's a D." And I just knew. And then I just, you know, I'd watch people play and I'd see what they were doing, and I just kind of figured it out. And before you know it, just like hours and hours and hours and hours of fucking playing every day, you know, you get to a point, you know, and it's just like, I'm just totally sitting here bragging about how awesome I am, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just being a fucking jerk off and shit.
You're all good, man.
But I mean, you're like, it's like War Day, bro. It's all, you went like Warzone on their candy asses today, bro. And fucking, I mean, it was a beautiful thing, man. It was just, this was like a really fantastic episode. I mean, a fantastic episode. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to link to it in this video, you know.
Awesome, man. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I had it is interesting. Like, that's what makes me think, like, how sincere can people be? You know, when they hold, like, you know, so many, like, you know, they think, oh, this, that, the other is so bad and evil, but, the shape of the earth? Nah, not that one. Like, you know?
Yeah, I know. But see, it's just ridiculous how big the implications are with flat Earth. That's the whole thing, man. It's like the ultimate fucking butt hurt for conspiracy-oriented people, because they're like, man, I'm a deep guy. I'm into conspiracies. I'm into all kind of badass shit. I know so much more shit than Joe Blow next door, you know? But, you know, now someone's come along saying the Earth is flat. No way. That's just stupid.
Well, that's the thing also, too, is I feel as though, I don't know, it's just, for me, it's just, when I look at the Earth, it's like, that's what I've perceived it to be. And it makes sense for me to conceive it that way. And, you know, and I can't see it any other way. Like, I don't feel like I'm spinning anymore. I don't feel like it's like the Earth is moving away from the sun when I look at the sun setting or any of it. Like, all of those notions are, there's such a dramatic difference. You know what I mean? It's so dramatic that, like, I can understand when, but I think also flat earthers have to be up to speed with all that other shit before you can even get into flat Earth. You know, I think really that's why people can be convinced back, because they started in, like, you know, well, I woke up in 2013, and then it's like, oh, really? Because we've been in this for fucking since 2000, dude. Like, where the fuck you been? Like, you know what I mean? I don't get it. Like, I can't speak your, you know, this, what I would classify now as like baller, you know, polemic fucking attitude. I can't speak that. I need to fucking talk about, like, other positive things, because I think also if it gets to it, I'm pretty good at polemics and fucking ripping up on someone just for the fun of it. But because that's just shit I think I find fun. I do that with my friends. That's what we do is we rip each other a fucking new one and crack up and die laughing about it and fucking like that's and like and it's real funny and it's offensive because it's real. Like it's wrong. Like I know when I touch someone's soul with some shit. Like I know it because it's just what it is, man. And like those are I don't know, man. I look at it like it's weird. I read this book growing up and it's mad cheesy, but I read it when I was young, so it was sincere for me at the time. It's the idea of like that. Like there's like these rainbow people, you know what I mean? Like put down on the face of creation to like touch down and like just spark it up with some fucking life. And I think that there are those kinds of cats out here that are like magical in what they do. I think we're all like that. Some of us just I think tap into it a little bit deeper, or tap into it, or commit to it, or something. I don't know. But whatever that is, it's like. It can be also a little bit isolating. It can be a tough burden to bear, but it's also the rewards are there too. It's all about our choices in our life.
Like you talking about like indigo child shit?
Well, no, I mean actually more so. It was a Native American prophecy that the people, there would be like the children of the earth will come back and like bring, like guide the people back to the earth. That was the vision of like I think it might have even been like Black Elk. There's a book from John Reinhold called Black Elk Speaks. That may have been one of the books that I read that influenced me at the time. Because at the time, that was my thing with the natives and the earth. Just being, learning how to like live in the wilderness. But that was the thing too, is that you go to the wilderness and, it's like you can't stop the bulldozers, dude. So no matter what you do out there, it's not going to stop it if you don't understand what the hell the whole system's about. Yeah. What's up, man? You still there? You're on mute or something.
Oh no, there I'm here.
Okay,
I was just crossing over, just transitioning over. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Oh yeah. Man. I mean, like the other night. Let me get my camera back.
That's cool. Nathan Oakley used my track for his UK meetup.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. So happy to see that.
Well, no, like the other night, bro, I was feeling like super fucking dark and shit. I don't know why. Because I think I had realized like maybe listening to too much Timmy Osmond, maybe listening to too much. I don't even know.
About what?
About like, damn, like, as far as I'm concerned, my fucking dog already won his prizes out this fight, and I can take him home and just live the good life now. Like I don't even need to proselytize fucking FE to anyone anymore. But I mean, like, I think it's just like a fun hobby to have my channel and just keep talking, just keep going.
Well, I think it's it's a part of the conversation for me. It's like, I look at it where, I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for it. Like, I've got involved with much like this new breed almost. Like, with, but I don't know. God knows everything. So, like, I came through with the sun tracking back in the day. So it was like, when I came into it, it's like and then fortunately wound up on 3chan, and
yeah,
you know what I mean? It was just like, what the heck? And so it was like the razor's edge over there, just madness, and then so like
yeah, it was too.
Yeah, so it was like, you just never knew what was going on, and that was the whole fun of it, and it taught me a lot about discernment. It taught me a lot about like, having my own opinion is really what counts. Like, because there's 10 people that will dissuade you and try to tell you that you can't do it. There's always like 10, 15 people going to be like, but there. No. You gotta be like, well, let me think about this for myself. Because, take a look around. There's not that many smart people around. Like, I remember I used to look, like, try to look at people like they were adults or something. And like, and I've just come to realize, you go talk to that one person you felt was some fucking class act adult. And before you know it, you're knee deep in like fucking their headache. and you realize they're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, I gotta go.
I always find though that like dealing with people on a one-on-one level, it's about like how you can help each other. So I'm always looking to, like, if I have someone that's a friend or someone who I have, that I have interest in talking to and communicating with on any number of many various levels all through life, many various levels of friendship and, I always find that it's if you find someone valuable enough to call them friend or family, and you should always be kind of like trying to make things better for their life, even if that involves like some judge.
Whew. Well, I think that judgment is sometimes like, I don't know, it's like it's by like. Sometimes, like in my life, even I've been nice to people when I should have corrected them, like right there, right? Like if I realized, like if I was, like take for instance, like if I don't smoke herbs, like I will rip someone a new one at the drop of a fucking hat just because I cannot suffer stupidity, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Like maybe I have my own little drama in my head or whatever the case may be. Yada yada, don't we all? But the point is that when it comes down to just mundane, I don't know, awareness or respect, there's a lot lacking in our world today, and so it's hard to find people to look up to in that kind of a world. So you wind up, you're gonna have to trust yourself at the end of the day. In this time anyway, it seems like there's not many people that are actively pursuing what at least like I think is. Something that I'm remotely interested in, because I don't see people talking about it. I feel as though I have to provide it, and I feel as though, you know what I mean. And I feel like it's like something out here that I think that's motivation.
No, bro. No. Yeah, I mean, you're a highly intelligent person, and rightfully so. You should have your voice out there, and you get this free platform to do it. I mean, it's almost foolish not to,
Right? How cool is it too? How cool, man? How blessed are we that we have, like, think about it. Like we talk about, okay, we got YouTube trolls, this, that, the other thing, da. Well, hey, what, man? First off, be grateful. We have a chance to voice our opinions, meet with like-minded people that might be interested in it. And it's like, 1 out of 10 people is going to be a dick. So it's like, yeah. At least, like, openly, you know what I mean? So it's just, it's the fucking, but how blessed we are that we even have, like, that's why I like to let my chat room ride, because I just look at it like it's the internet. It's how I the ethic that I came out in. And, I've modded up a couple people, and I'm going to, let them do what they feel is right.
Every troll gets their day. So you can't really be blocking people, right?
Yeah, and also I'd rather bring them in, and I feel as though my argument is good enough, and I like arguing. It's like being a fighter or something, in the sense where it's like, oh, where's this tough guy? Excuse me? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. And I did that. I feel like I've tried to do, like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, but you're
talking bad about flat earth and shit, I always feel like obligated to be like, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like, because I always felt like I was, in my mind anyway, I always felt as though I would always be ready to be like, hey, if you're talking shit about flat earth, well, I'm a flat earther, so talk it to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, you always want your best match. You always want your top fucking matchup to keep your fucking sword the sharpest and all that. So the thing is, sometimes, though, you get them fucking those quiet spells where you're just like Hulkamania and you just crush everybody for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And you just crush everybody for like 5 years straight. And then the next thing you know, you're like, all right, where's the fucking fight, dude? Who's left, bro? Who's left? Because in the end, you do so much damn battle with these fucking opponents that we all end up being fucking in some weird way like friends or connected to each other in some kind of weird fucking social way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people can't deny the fact that
I can enjoy
Timmy O's been chilling.
Go on, brother.
Timmy O's been chilling around for so long and hitting it so hard, going so hard for so long that, like, eventually you're not a human you're not a fucking real person if you don't respect that in some way, you know what I'm saying, and like grow some kind of a bond with the guy. For example, he's just one example of many people the same way. You know, I'm not trying to pick on Timmy O or nothing. I'm just saying.
No, I feel like this. I mean, I've had the good pleasure of talking with Tim, and both of us mutually recognizing that like I know Tim is a real motherfucker. That's all I know. I know Tim is actually, like, by the nature of a lot of things, I know that cat is actually, like, awesome. Actually, like, I don't know why, but I respect the kid. I don't know, God knows why, but I do like him, and it saddens me when I understand why he would go after people, is my thing. I've always been friends with, like, the bad guys, so it's like I look at it, like, I understand the rules of the game, and here's the thing is that whenever I see, well, not even rooting for the bad guy, I'm just observant. It's just like, you know, it's just seeing what's what, man. Like, you know, it's like watching a fucking lion take down a fucking gazelle, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it's God's law. Like, that's how I feel about it, man. I mean, you're on like you said, dude, you're on a free fucking place. You know, whatever, and you know, there's guaranteed going to be that there's other people taking advantage of the fact that it's all free and you can come out here too. And so it's just about, like, I've always felt the need to address it with the individual so that we're cool, so they don't have to go 6 deep in their sock accounts to talk to me. You know what I mean? That's another thing.
Definitely, bro.
You know, because they're going to come. It's like, you know, I tried to tell, or whatever, man. I was, like, talking with Jed and those guys early on. Like, I wanted to be like, hey, you know, just be you. You know, have it be individual. Like, you know, try to just be like, yo, hey, you talk to them, or, you know, there's a couple guys out here, just talk to them. Don't worry about the hype. You know? And certain people just, they react differently, and then I feel for them because I know homeboy is just, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's like I was saying earlier, you know, like, I feel like Timmy is the only fucking Glover that's even worth 1/10 of a damn, bro.
Well, I mean, like, he's just a real cat as far as I can tell, and it just happens that this is his fucking hobby. It's hunting after these fucking, like, fake truthers as far as he sees it.
Yeah, I mean, he's really basically training up to one day. If you think about it, one day it might reach the point where it's Timmy Osmond versus someone big like Jaron or Mark Sargent, and just do a straight up, or David Weiss, and they just go straight up head to head.
You know, it's funny, Timmy's just, they'll never be able to find him. They'll be like, you know what I mean? I guess, well, I mean, I'm sure he's come up. But I'm just saying, it's one of those things where they're going to want him to come to the show and he's going to stand up. I mean, just to be dead. Like, he's never going to have, like, a channel with a bunch of followers and try to organize, like, that kind of a rally. It's not his style, man. He's like, as soon as he gets, like, above 30 people to follow him, he's, like, out. And that motherfucker had, like, 300 followers in, like, a short amount of time on one of his channels. Like, real quick. I was like, this motherfucker. I was trying to get, or not trying, but I was noticing myself at the time. I was like, damn, this motherfucker, like, started his chat, like, 2 weeks ago. You know, so I know he could fucking rock and roll if he wanted to. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So
if he really set forth, because sometimes I'll just listen to him, and you know, it'll be like 50%, you know, totally disagreeable, and 50% possibly agreeable shit, you know, that he's saying. And
I don't agree with the brother, like, you know, his position. We don't agree with each other. You know what I mean? But, like, that's not what makes it why I like that cat. It's like, you know, it's like we do not agree. We vehemently disagree about the talk on the shape of the earth. But as far as like, that's my boy. Like, I feel like that cat is all right, man. Like, you know, that cat is like somebody you could actually probably ask to fucking help you somehow. I don't know. Like, you know, and he would be like one of the only people to send you money. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. I don't know, dude. I just feel like that cat's got a heart, and I sense that he doesn't give a fuck about what anyone thinks about him. I've heard him say it 1,000 times. I don't have any friends out here. I get that. I know that kind of type. So I'm not.
Because like how it is, like, I'm not a fan of all the aspects of his strategies and shit and his style, but I do got a lot of respect for the fact that he has a distinct pattern of behavior that makes sense to Timmy O logic,
No,
and I appreciate it, and it's definitely something to see. You know, same as I was giving Stargods props earlier, even after trashing them a little bit. The fact that they have that magic spark, and like you can't fully hate the guy, you know.
No, dude, I look at Tim like this, right? I look at like he probably is like one of those people that donated to like Dread or something under an anonymous name, under like Wanda Blanks or like something ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like some black chick gave him $20 and it was really Tim. Like that's how I feel about Tim. He's like quietly doing works in the background that you're in contact with somebody who's totally helping you out through something. And then meanwhile, you know what I mean, you're raging against Tim, talking about Tim to this person who you think is your friend, but it's really Tim. Like that's how I feel confident, how awesome he is and how fucking funny he is. You know, that next level. And like I can't do nothing but think I just can't do nothing but think that that's like something cool. You know, but I can I also don't, we differ on opinions about shit beer. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, let's move on from Timmy. I didn't even mean to bring him up at all, but I mean, like, regardless of that, have you happened to have come across John LeBon's couple last videos?
I saw a couple where it's like he's playing that hoax up. It's like he's more of a marketeer, is how I see him. Like, he's like someone that's like like he's a marketeer, and that's just how I say it like that. And he's all about the hoopla and creating enough drama that people will pay attention and kind of being like he's a showman. He's like a circus. Like he's like he's like a Jerry Springer. He sits in the middle of it all, like stirring it up when needed. You know what I mean? Like just stirring the pot just a little bit, just so it gets everyone. It's like he's the Jerry Springer of flat Earth.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people play that role too. I play a little bit of that. You play a little bit of that too.
No, but he's got the whole and we've got here. I mean, it's literally like fucking Jerry Springer, dude. It's like he's on a show, like ready to create the drama and show you. So Pookie, why do you not want to be in the circus anymore? And why is it that Jared the midget is, it's like all of a sudden all this just whatever is a freak show is going to talk about it.
Do you think that he's coming across as if he is racist?
Oh, why? What did he do? I missed that part.
I mean, it's weird. It's like he's got these videos that are he did like this IQ test video, and it was about like the racial differences between South African blacks and South African whites and all this stuff.
Oh wow!
And it was like, I don't know. It's just touchy. It's like maybe he's just touching on this this race subject just to get people triggered up and say his name and stuff, be a Jerry Springer, like you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that would go viral, maybe. You know what I mean? But it's also in light of it could also be covered. Yeah, I have no idea, man. Because it's like
I think his intended audience is people like you and I, people that have channels, people that are involved, people that are voices that are heard on shows at least, or at least heavily known in.
Well, I think again, it's like remember, it's that Poe. It's that could you tell if someone was real if they were faking it? And you can't. You can't. And it's like, what are they? Like that's the speculation. And so when I see a brother like a cat like that, it's like I don't know what that brother's really like. He seems like he's pretty cool. He seems like he's putting on a game, a game face. And I think it's like he's probably a cool dude.
Well, the thing is though, is that he's smart. He's damn smart, and he chose to use specific terminology, like meticulously chose terms to use that would specifically trigger me in a certain way, and have to be forced to reply with fact A, fact B, exhibit C, so on. You know what I'm saying? And fucking I did, in a live stream, and there hasn't been any, anything about it since. And that's just a disagreement that him and I will continue to have, I guess. Other than that, he did this whole race beat videos, and I think it was like he was maybe trying to bait people in to say things and then use it and be like, oh, look at these flat earthers that are racists and shit. Because people are writing not straight up racist comments, but you know, their opinions on things and shit. And of course, he's going to turn things this way, that way. And I was figuring he was going to plan on doing like a live comment or a live stream where he does comment response to that video. And then he could equate flat earthers with racists and stuff like that. And then just try to paint us in a corner and all that shit. And then also go buy my John LeBon Earth model on johnlebon.com. That's what I felt like he was trying to do with that. And I felt like it was like a honey trap, like a fucking just a word trap. And he was going to do some weird shit. Because I feel like he's just straight up, the dude is just straight up propagandist, like to the fucking max, bro. He is like the hard driving fucking super fascist fucking lefty fucking propagandist from hell and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't gotten too deep into him. I don't really check for dudes, so like I don't really.
I mean, I have an ongoing relationship that goes way back with John LeBon, and I got mad respect for him. He is just a dude, and there is a real man underneath there. There is a real person underneath there, and
you know,
all of us have.
Also, you gotta remember, man, YouTube is about art. So it's like, you know, it's got different people doing different kinds of art.
I'm having trouble here. I'm having trouble hearing you, bro.
Oh, you got it now. Second one too. Cool. Like you know, YouTube is like kind of an arena for art. Is how I look at it. And it's just, this is why the discernment is so key. And it's like, you know, that's why someone shouldn't be persuaded, you know, to flat earth or like any of this, you know, like the idea of any deception. For me, it was crystallized in the idea and understanding of the interpretation of law. That's why, like, I can't prove 9/11. I can't prove any of this crap. And because of that, I look at it like I can go outside and look at the earth, and I can also understand in the dealings of business that this law shit is pretty legit. So it's like when it gets to flat earth, it's a personal decision for me where I say, like, wait a minute, this interpretation factor is fucking huge. Because it's like in court, it's like on Monday it could be the ball, on Tuesday it's flat, on fucking Wednesday it's concave, because it's about how you bring up the issue. It's not about the fucking facts of the case in certain regards, especially when you're conversing about the subject matter with somebody and you want them to understand it.
Well, that's that sky trap, bro. I mean, like, I can't even use this guy for nothing, bro. That's the position I put myself in.
Well, I mean, so, I really dig this idea as we were reading today or yesterday or whatever day about morals and dogma, where Albert Pike talks about the squares for the geometry of the earth, which is a flat plane, as the ancients believed. And the compass is for the celestial sphere. You know, two different things in two different worlds that man has the capacity to understand. It's fucking amazing. It's just, can you separate the idea of one from the other? And I think they understood that. They looked at the stars as a sphere around the earth, and the earth being a level plane. I think they still know that. I don't know why they went to the fucking. I mean, it's a great point that people have made about the heliocentric manifestation of Christianity kind of thing.
Well, well, when we talk about cosmologies and the stars and all that shit, okay, there's this other big fucking besides the whole intangible thing, there's this other big fucking 800-pound gorilla in the room, I guess you'd say. And that is the fact that you ever seen the corkscrew model? The corkscrew heliocentric model?
Oh, yeah.
That seems like if we are on a spinning ball, that's what the shit looks like. It don't look like the whole flat plane with the sun in the middle and the planets all out here. You know, it wouldn't look anything like that. It would look like that corkscrew. It would have to, by logic standards, it would have to look like the corkscrew model.
Well, that's what they're proposing. I mean, that's what they say, that the fucking, I mean, roughly, yeah. You know, is that the idea that these things are in the orbit? I've heard people tell me, well, that's not what it looks like. But when they say that too, it's kind of like when somebody points out to me or something about the size of South America or something in the police. It's like, you know, just as like, you know, interesting, because it's like, okay, well, also look at your model. This is what you're saying, is that the sun is flying through fucking space and you're flying around it. Now, what are they proposing that the ecliptic is different? But how the fuck could that be if they they wouldn't be able to catch up to the sun? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the solar ecliptic, if there was one, like, you know, like, or not solar, but like, let's say like all the different relevant planets. moving around in that ecliptic, like, they would have to be kind of perpendicular with the direction of the sun, or horizontal to the direction of the sun, right?
Yeah. Like technically.
Right. So they would have to, if they were going to keep up with that orbit. Otherwise, if they're going through like if they are in line with the direction that the sun is traveling, right? Like perpendicular, I guess perpendicular.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
how
It's all relevant to the space,
because yeah, like you.
But the idea is that if you're going in direct, like a 90-degree angle from the, up from the direction that the sun is going, right? Then you're like, north south. Let's say if we're looking at a cross section of the thing moving across the screen. So like, up and down on that is where that corkscrew model puts those planets in that kind of a general area for the orbit. If it were the other way around, like, 90 degrees the other way and in the same direction as, you know what I mean? Like that, like ecliptic was circling, the orbit was around the sun perpendicular with the direction, right? Does that make sense? Going like in line with the same direction. They wouldn't be able to catch up with the sun, in my opinion. Because the sun would be moving so fast that how would it catch around and get in front of it again? I mean, it makes no fucking sense.
No, I could describe what I think somewhat an element of what you're talking about. And let's say you have the fucking sun here and it's going along, and then let's say this would be like the corkscrew on, all of it together. Just it would have to be this corkscrew behind. That would mean that the sun is always up here, and then that the north, because the planets would travel along, even though if it's corkscrew, it's still along this plane, and their north pole would have to be facing towards the sun because that's the drag of it. That's the pattern. That's the pattern of it. And so the other planets that are supposed to be out here, of course, they're going to have wider orbits, than the Earth. That's smaller and closer. Of course they are. Like Saturn and Jupiter, they're going to have big orbits and stuff. But how are they ever going to cross a certain level of degrees, a certain plane in our night sky that's above a certain amount of degrees? How are they ever going to? Because they should always be well the fuck behind, because the sun is going forward. If we're third in line, they're sixth and seventh in line, or fifth and sixth in line, whatever. Then how do you explain that away? Is that what you're trying to get at? Like they can never cross a certain degree, plane, trajectory degree in our sky?
Well, not even so much from the perspective of the Earth, but looking at it from the perspective of, imagine the sun traveling across our screen here. And let's say, up and down, draw a line up and down between, of the sun as it's moving across the screen. And then, that orbit would be in that line up and down, right? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's the thing, is that like the two there's like two schools of thought when it comes to orbit. Even orbital mechanics, there's like the planar fucking shit with the orbit with the sun's in the middle and the traditional, and then there's the corkscrew, and like science can't even settle that argument amongst themselves even. So that's a big issue.
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of.
You see what I'm saying? Because what you're getting at is that if the sun is in the center and then there's a line up and down, that's like an axis that it's spinning around, and then you have a planet that's to the side of it going around, when really every planet should be behind it as it travels. See what I'm saying? So they're never even gonna, like, we wouldn't even ever be able to see a certain side of the sun, just like the moon, if you think about it, right?
Well, yeah, you couldn't catch up to it. That's what I'm saying. Or I wonder if you could. Like,
no, you're only like, we would only ever see one face of the sun. I mean, I guess is that what?
Oh, right. Well, no, it's not. I mean, I'm talking like, you see the nature of the trail that you're projecting there. It's kind of like going above the screen, like, or up and down, making a cross section of the screen. Slicing it in half down the middle. If the sun was in the middle, you'd have like a cross section, like so that if they were tilted 90 degrees and perpendicular with the way that the sun was moving, it would almost be like it would be impossible for the planet to get around and catch up and go in front of the sun, come back around to behind the sun's direction, then go back in front of it. You know what I mean? Like it would be.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's the stuff I was talking about in my video, Flat Earth Voyager 1 Exposed. Like, okay, so the Earth, as it's going around the sun, it's really going outwards towards this satellite that's way the fuck out in space. Okay, and that means that the Earth does have to get in between the sun and Voyager 1, which is just fucking ridiculous, bro. you know, and do it like how many, what, every 12 hours or something? I don't know, whatever the fucking, no, that's not what it was. It was just like at some point in the year, half the year, the planet is going away from the satellite and back around the back of the sun. And then the other half of the year, it's going in front of the sun and not getting pulled into the sun. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You see what I'm saying with that? It's some shit that Morgal talked about a long time ago. I don't remember. Something he brought up a long time ago.
Interesting. Yeah, it's,
But anyways.
yeah, I wonder.
That's still not what you're getting at though, is it? I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, no, it's actually, it's partially what I'm getting to. It's a good, it kind of adds to, so yeah. But yeah, it's almost like for me, I look at it like we were given the option to accept what we perceive. And that for me makes more sense. And it just seems to me that the stars move above my head, the sun moves across the sky, and I don't think I'm moving. I don't know if general relativity requires 97% to be dark matter and dark energy. I mean, it seems ludicrous at this point. Like, it's asking too much.
It's asking too much to get people to fucking understand this shit and to actually make something big happen. Is that what you're getting at?
Well, no. I mean, it's too much that the academia has asked of the public in regards to the space scenario. Like, people, I don't think, questioned it, nor did they have access to all the information that we have. And some people don't look stuff up, and some people do. And that's, I think, the surprise element, is that we have access to just all this other information. Now, granted, I can understand the idea that we should also use the theory that, hey, where did this information come from? Was it planted before us? I don't know, but if I'm going to go into the idea of, hey, wait a minute, is flat Earth like a psyop? Trying to lead us astray and make us look like fools. The point is, too, is that your model is fucking the first one that asked people to believe. And then, sort of, you immediately, I think their whole goal is to get people to flirt with flat Earth. And then they scare you back into, back into the globe because you just can't deal with the cognitive dissonance that's taking place to understand, to really maybe even accept that people could be flat. It's too much for some people, especially if you're new on it. It's not it's not for everyone. I don't know what to say. But it's like I'm happy to think I know both sides.
Well, I mean, the fact that you were able to express your spiritual reality to other people around you, that, I mean, you can never feel guilty about that, bro.
I mean, yeah. You just it's like, again, I'm just another person, or another man on the face of the earth, But
yeah, but you have every right as everybody else.
Yeah, that's it. We can all make an account and talk about how we see it.
There's no need to be all upset, man. You were in that heated fucking heated shitstorm today, bro. It was amazing, and you were just like guns blazing, bro. And it was pretty nice. And I know that's exhausting, but don't get down. I mean, is that what you're down about right now? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not down. I'm chilling right now.
Okay.
I just burned some fucking nice blood. I'm chilling right now. Probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cool.
Well,
hanging. I might do this little hangout. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Just go over briefly some stuff, but I don't know, man. We'll see what's up.
Definitely, you should fire it up, man.
Yeah, I might do that. But yeah, man.
In fact, I'm gonna end this show. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, yeah, man. If you want the link too, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
I'm gonna maybe talk just a couple points. I'll see if I got it in me first, though.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be around.
All right, good stuff, man. Thanks for the link, brother.
Thanks so much for joining me, bro.
Yeah, man. I love coming over. I love your show, dude. It's so much fun.
Dang. It's a dark corner, bro. It's a dark fucking corner, bro.
Oh, dude. No, I love it. I love how you're like, I trust you, man. I don't know. I think it's fucking awesome. So.
I got respect for certain people that just deserve it. I got a sense about certain people. You know, the story goes back. You know, person X didn't believe that person Z, who I knew both of them. You know, person X didn't believe that person Z was the way I said they were, and then took their side strangely, all behind the scenes at one point. And then I was proven wrong or whatever. And then literally a year or something later, person Z did the vicious thing to person X that person X was worried about all along. And it was like, whoa, buddy, I told you a year ago. And it never gets brought up. It never gets brought up. But that's all behind the scenes shit. It has nothing to do with you, obviously, because I know it's probably confusing the shit out of you. But it's just like, this is my way of telling a little story. And I don't even know if the people involved would even know. But I feel like it's a riddle, and I like to have a cool guest on if I'm going to say a riddle. So it's been an honor to have you on here, bro. I know I'm a fucking weirdo. Shit, I'm on cloud 9 today and shit, bro. I'm all cosmetic and shit, bro. I'm happy.
It's good, bro. It's good, man. I like the vibes. I like to see. I like all the people, you know, come together. I like hearing your opinion. I like, you know, like the way everything is rocking and rolling. Man. You know, it's tip of the beak. You know what I mean? I like that shit. I think it's
you were a true warrior all day, bro, and you fucking, you know, I feel that exhaustion. I was just listening and I was having a good time. I mean, everybody was firing on all cylinders. The opposition too. It was death match, bro, to the max. You know? It was terror dome, bro. Terror fucking dome.
Yeah, no, I like it in that mix. I like handling some of these issues, some of these guys occasionally. So taking care of them, you know what I mean, putting them to bed, making sure they know what's up. You know, because we got our arguments, you know, we got our thing, and some people don't argue it well, some people do. So it's like, you know, you can't judge jiu-jitsu by like the white belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So God knows.
We all have our own little unique part, our own unique take. Yeah. And then it's a matter of like, you know, there's so many things similar between what you and I believe, for example, and at the other side of the coin, there's so many things that you and I might not believe are the same. But I have a feeling that we're probably like 90-10. Shit.
Yeah, man. Dude, if I would love to fucking sit down and smoke some herbs with you one day, man.
One day, bro, maybe.
Yeah, one day.
You never know.
Yeah, man, burn some herb and just hang out, smoke one for each other, you know, fucking smoke it.
Thing is, you're hanging out. Well, the thing is,
you're West Coast, right? Cali wise. Oh, wait, down south, no? Yeah.
Part of the.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, that's what's up, dude.
Swamp.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Swamp.
That's awesome, man. Keep it swampy. I know how them boys do, man. That's no joke out there either. People don't even know. Florida.
Well, the weather is vicious. You gotta have the heart for it. You gotta be born here to withstand it. People that are not born here, they come here and they die. I mean, literally. You know what I'm saying? They come here and they fucking die from the weather.
Yeah, like the heat. That's what's up, though. But yeah, one day we burn one, man. Okay. And shout out to everybody out there. Thanks for having me on, my brother.
All right, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Peace. All right, everybody. It's been a lot of fun. It's great to have Isa Mahal in here. You guys, I'm going to put that link, once again, I'm going to put the link to the show he did today in the description of this. I'm going to take it down for just a minute so I can edit out the fucking dead spots. And then it will be back up shortly. And we have Justin Bernard in the house. It's great to have you. I'm sorry I'm ending the show so soon. I would have liked to have had you join, but I got things I got to do. I got to wake up super, super early tomorrow. Important day tomorrow. Excuse me. And I got to have you on here very soon, Justin. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Del Croy. Thanks. Shout out to Shrumanati. And thanks, Vulnerable Boy. Oh, man. So much drama. So many top minds in the community firing on all cylinders with epic commentary in Validation Boys live stream chat as we speak. And it's just super dynamic. In fact, it's the most dynamic of all chats. Shrumanati, peace. David Sawyer, much love. Justin Bernard, honor to have you. Lee Harvey Hitler has joined us. Archetypal Existence, your great 5 cents for the globe Earth evidence. This is the good life. It's been an honor to have all y'all in here. Fucking good times. Everybody check out my video on Muscle Car Rich Lover. Okay. And this has been Validation Boy live stream. June 7th, 2017.